Namaste, I am Suman Mukherjee, a professional mime artist of India. I do many performances of mime in India and abroad. So mime has a long history throughout the world. In our country, mime is just like Angika Vinay, I told already. And in Sanskrit theatre or Sanskrit drama, there is a big influence of mime. In Richakotik and in some other theatre, actually you can establish any place, any time through mime if you don't have any set or stage prop. That is the thing. And from that way, Bharatanatyam, Kathakali, all are the ancient form of mime. Yeah, in Indian, Angika Vinay. And if you go to China, they also used to do so many mimetic actions in their theatre, just like tea house theatre and some other theatre. They always used mime. If you go to Europe, there is also versatile mime thing in Italy, Greece, France, Germany, Spain. They also did mime in different way, and they from their version they just have invented so many type of styles like pantomime, only mime, sometimes corporal mime, everything. But what I understand that if you do any mimetic action or anything, it must be easy communicative, and that's why Indian mime is something different, because we work with reality. What we present on the stage, that is just like real movement of any character or any situation. But their movement is a mixture of artificiality. That is also very nice. I like it personally, and I love it to watch. But if you want to work with mime in India, you must change your thought. That is the thing, because our people cannot absorb such type of thing now. So this is the difference, and there is some similarity also in mime throughout the world. Experimented many things with mime, so that the mime can be a professional thing. So for that reason, I have changed many things, and I have been introduced in mime like costume, makeup, and lighting things, and I have my own stories. Because if you go for professional performance, you must have something which is very much challenging and very innovative. So from that point of view, I have been doing this thing for more than 42 years. And especially I do corporate shows, product launch productions, and some other things, award-winning functions. Apart from that, there are some experimental thing with mime for the animal movements, and some other theatrical thing. And mostly for the corporate shows, I have done many comedy and mime. But mime is not only comedy, it's not a caricature. Mime is a silent acting. It's not only silent acting, this is called gesture acting. Because if you look back to our history of Indian theatre or drama, Bharat Muni, you know very well. Bharat Muni had stated 4 elements of acting: Angik, Bachik, Sattik, and Aharja Abhinay, that is acting. Angik is gesture acting. So whenever you stand on the stage, any type of actors who perform on the stage, at first people look at the figure of his appearance. That is the most important thing. So it's not that only will deliver your speech or dialogues. So with the dialogue, you must move your body, and you must express your emotion and feelings with your gesture. So angik means gesture, body acting, physical acting. This is most important thing. Our work is with this, and vachik is dialogue, swatik is emotional, and aharjo means you have to collect so many things like props, costume, makeup, dresses, so many things. So mostly whenever you go to act on the stage, you must have some gesture acting, and your gesture and posture should be very correct. Our work is only for the gesture language, with that gesture language. So, and it's very surprising thing to me when I was a child, and it attracted me very much. So from that point of view, I have been doing many things with the mime. And but do you know how I fell in love with this art? When I was a child of 8, my first performance was on that age, because my father was also a very good actor and director in theatre, and he used to work in a British firm, a private company with a bird company, and there they have a recreation club, office recreation club. So every year they used to present a drama, and before the drama I got a slot of 10 minutes, and there I performed, and it was a huge success, I can say. But before that, actually I was fascinated with this type of art form when I watched a mime show in my local cultural program. And then I was surprised by one thing, that how a person can express his emotion and everything without any dialogue, only with some physical movements. That attracted me very much, and that's why I decided I must do that thing. So this way I fell in love with this art form, and I started to practice this at home, which I watched on the stage, and mostly their makeup, appearance, costume, everything was different from drama, and that was very much charming to me. And I started to practice, and then I showed it to my father, and he was also liked it, and he also admired me that, okay son, if you want to do, you do that. And I was also studying in a school, and later I used to perform many short mime sketches in school and college. College is later, but in school, and I was also performing in some homely get-together functions. They also appreciated this, and for that I was totally influenced by those things. And later my father used to take me to watch the real mime show, and then I came to know about Sri Jogesh Datta, and ultimately he was my guru. Jogesh Da means Dada, elder brother. And I used to go there with my father to watch his solo performance of 2 hours. It's a very amazing thing. He used to do this in Kolkata auditorium, and I was really very much associated mentally and physically with this acting form. And then I started to practice his stories, and it was amazing, and I started performing this thing, and my father used to take me so many places, and really it was I don't know how without any proper training I did this thing, though my father used to advise me in this acting sometimes. My first professional show I did, then that time I got only 20 rupees. Yeah, so by 20 rupees, or with 20 rupees, I performed my mime show. That was my first professional show, and it was very much, inspiring me. And later, my father needed to know that if I was really serious about this thing, then I told yes, Dad, I'll do that. Then he took me to Jogesh Mime Academy, that is Jogesh Datta's mime school. Then I was 12, yeah, near about 12. And then Jogesh, at first, Jogesh Da didn't show any interest to take me in his institution, because he told he's very little, how he will learn this. My father told that no, sir, you just see his performance. He also practices your some mime sketches. Then Jogesh Da was surprised. Oh yes, I see. Okay, then he showed interest to take me in his school, and that time I went there for a vocational training of 5 years in mime, that is in diploma course. And this Jogesh Mime Academy, this is affiliated by Sangeet Natak Academy, Delhi, New Delhi. I started to compose my own story. Actually before that I used to do Jogesh Das sketches, but my first story I composed, that is Farmer, a life of a farmer. How I got the inspiration? That is my maternal uncle's house in the village, because we had our own cultural field and our harvesting field, and there who was appointed to farm our field, I used to watch him in the morning when he used to come and took those bullocks and the bullock cart and sometimes the plow. And now everything is done with the tractors, but that time it was totally natural and manual thing, you know. So I composed a mime feature, that is Farmer. That's my first life. There I showed a farmer. He just in the dawn he wakes up, he goes to the field with the bullocks and plow, and there he just cultivates the fields, and later he just grows the crops and all these things. It's a life of a farmer. So, and it was very much successful feature, and Jogesh Da admired me that what a beautiful thing you did in your this age. So, this way always my practical experience has come in my artwork, you know. And later when I used to go to the school, in the meantime I am a regular mime artist. I don't know how it came. Always my father and mother helped me. They never forced me to make a good result in exam, but I was just a student, not bad, not good, you know. And when I was admitted in Jogesh Das mime school, my mother used to take me there every Sunday, and the class was from 8 a.m. to 12, and she used to take me there by bus. And my brother was also there with me sometimes. Sometimes he did his own work. He was a very good actor, and he could recite very well. And so this way our time was moving. During my vocational training in Jogesh Mime Academy, I was very much lucky to meet many legend mime artists of the world, like Milan Sladek from Germany, Adam Darius, Kazimir Kolasnik, I cannot remember the country, and another was Sami Molko from Austria, and Miss Nola from Britain, and some other international legend mime artists. So that time I had some new idea about mime, and I came to know what type of mime is here in our country and some other country. So it was very much a good experience of mine. So later when I completed my diploma course, actually it's a very great experience for me that I got that certificate from the legendary actress, late Tripti Mitro, and she gave me the certificate, and it's a big achievement for me. And after that, I used to go to mime show with Jogesda sometimes when he used to go to give his performance in call shows. I used to go there, and there are some other students, senior students. So this way, just I continued. And later, I was also a ballet instructor in SUMAN Academy to mix the ballet with mime. During my vocational training, actually, I was already a professional mime actor in my that age, and I used to do so many performances of mime in Delhi, Mumbai, and some other states. But I had a desire to do a full-length mime show of me, and that's why in my age of 16, I did my first full-length show, just like I hired the auditorium and sold the tickets, that type of thing, like totally commercial way. That I did in my age of 16. There I did my full-length show of 1.5 hours, and in between there was a 10-minute interval. And just like Jogesda, I did this thing because I expressed my feelings to my dad, and dad was very much influenced, and he told, okay, let's do that thing. And he made the publicity materials like handbills, tickets, everything, and it was very much a big thing for me that I am going to do a professional mime show like my guru, and that I did, and it was a grand success. So I tried to widespread this mime art in different places, from village to 7-star hotel. So at first I used to do so many mime performance in cities, and side by side I went to the remote village with my mime show, and they enjoyed it a lot. There were some villages there where there was no electricity, and for my lighting arrangement they hired generator. And this way I did so many performances, my shows in different type of remote villages, and truly speaking, they were overwhelmed to see such type of thing, because they are used to, actually they are habituated to see the operas and jatras, so many folk theaters, but they were really surprised to see this type of acting with any vocal languages. So that was a great success of my career, I will tell you. I started my college life like other students, and there I took English honors and continued my degree course. But unfortunately, I couldn't complete my study there because that time I have huge shows. I am going to many places for my show, so time was very short for my that type of study. And in the meantime, my elder brother, he is already a good actor, and he is then studying in Rabindra Bharati University in drama. So he told me that why don't you join to Rabindra Bharati University, because you will get your own world, and you will get the people of your world, and you will get so many contacts from there. You will get so many opportunities for your career. So then I thought, okay, it's fine. Then I joined there, and I completed my master degree in drama direction and '94. And that time I got so many contacts and so many types of new experience to work with so many big people also, and our professors were like big actors and dramatists, and I was really I was enjoying my that life of Rabindra Bharati University. And my great influence I got from Hollywood movie and Western classical music, and side by side also in authentic Indian classical music. So when I used to read in class 11 or 12, that time I used to watch many types of good Hollywood movies, and I have a record that I have watched 32 movies, Hollywood movies in a month. Yeah, sometimes the same movie I watch again and again, because those movies attract me. It's not only that their actions, their total presentation from the beginning of the film to the end. And I don't know why I was very much fascinated with their appearance and their other works, filmic works, direction and all these things. That time I couldn't understand that, but I loved it. And on the other hand, for the music, classical music, Western classical music, I used to listen like Mozart, Schumann, Haydn, Schubert, Stravinsky, and so many other composers, and they also influenced me, their music. When I used to listen music, I always created some picture in my mind that because music is very good thing to create any emotion or any environment. So that I got from music. And also in Indian classical music, Ravi Shankar ji and the tabla of Allah Rakha ji and the tabla of Zakir Hussain ji. And later I also worked with some classical music with Pandit Vikram Ghosh. But music influenced me a lot, music and Hollywood movie. And if you know that if you create anything, and if you want to create by yourself anything, you must have some experience or some influence from Hollywood movie and some good movies of India also, and some other classical music. That thing I did, and that's why I got a lot of ideas for my mime stories. Actually, to bring some new thing in my mime, I introduced to Western ballet. Actually, I was also fascinated with ballet when I watched some ballet performance, and that time so many ballet troupes came here to perform their shows from Russia, Belarusia and Kiev theater, Bolshoi theater, and I watched that. And side by side, I was associated with some Western classical music also. So that's why I loved ballet. And I learned ballet very, it is a great struggle for me, because there was no ballet teacher in our city. Only one name I came to know about, that is late Bob Das. Now he passed away. That was, and he was a dance instructor, and I searched him where he is, but I never get any contact of him. Later, my elder brother's one friend gave me that address, that Mr. Bob Das teaching Western dance in some place, and I went there. I told him that I want to learn ballet, and he was totally shocked. You want to learn ballet? Nobody wants to learn ballet. How do you get that idea that you will learn ballet? Then I told about everything, that I have already passed diploma course in Jogesh Mime Academy, and I do mime, and I am a mime artist. Then he told, okay, you come, I will teach you, because there was no student of ballet, and the student actually, they mostly used to do some modern dance, English, Western modern dance, and ballroom and Latin American dance. That is something different. But ballet I learned there, and before that I learned ballet in some other way. That is a hard struggle, because when those ballet troupe used to come to perform there, so I used to go, and mostly it happened in Ravindra Sadan. So before their performance, they came there at, suppose their performance will start from 7 p.m. They came there at 3 p.m. So I went there, and I just managed to enter into the backstage, that how they practice, how they do everything for their warm up, because ballet is totally athletic dance, you know, what I feel, because you need a maximum physical fitness and flexibility. So I just practiced what they practiced, and later I told to Mr. Bob Das, late Bob Das, that I did this thing and this thing. And my first feature was just to mix balletic movement with mimetic action, that is ballet meets mime. After my class, I just took rest for some while, and I watched. The next class was the ballroom and Latin American dance, and I watched that and I loved it. And one day I told my teacher, sir, may I learn this thing also? Then he told, not now, just take time. After some months you will get this, you can learn, but not now. Then I told my father. Father also requested him, and later I was allowed to do this ballroom and Latin American dance, because it's a partner dancing, you know. But I liked it, and I started to learn that thing also. So from there I have another world, that is my ballroom and Latin American dance world. And really my teacher, Mr. Bob Das, late Bob Das, he appreciated me. Yes, you can learn it, and okay, you just carry on. Then I learned a lot ballroom and Latin American dance. That is, but he taught me very well. Everything is okay, but yet there were some questions. That is my own questions. Just to be satisfied, I tried to learn from the dancers from abroad. But how could I learn that? So what I did, that time computer and internet introduced here in the market, and that was very expensive. In cyber cafe, if you go there, it costed 50 rupees per hour. So but I didn't know how to operate computer, but I learned it somehow, managed to surf the internet, and from there I used to go to the cyber cafe and search what it is, and eventually I got an information about ISTD London, that is Imperial Society of Teachers of Dancing London, and they have the authentic course of dance and everything, and there's a huge study. I didn't know that at ballroom Latin American dance there's a huge study. They have exam, there are so many things, and after that there's some championship they do. At that time I came to know about this. This is near about 88, 89 that time. And those time was very much eventful for me in my life, because I am learning so many things and I am doing so many things. Really, I have a great pleasure also. And that time, I was very much fortunate to meet Marshall Marceau. It's really an awesome thing, and I am very much grateful to my God that I could came in close contact with Marshall Marceau. So that is some different phase. But now I started to learn ballroom and Latin proper way. I just used to get those study materials, teaching DVDs from abroad, and it's a huge investment also. And that time I used to do so many tuitions, and my father helped me too much to bring those course things, so those syllabus, study materials and all these things about dancing. And I used to tell my teacher, late Bob Das, and he was also very much enthusiastic about this, and he appreciated my effort. So this is my another world started, and now later I became a teacher of ballroom Latin American dance, and then I made some syllabus of dancing just like ISTD, and I have taught in so many dancing school, and I was also a ballroom and Latin dance teacher in Calcutta School of Music. It's 100 years old school. I worked there more than 11 years, and now I am free. I don't have time to go there. So this is the thing. So and now I am doing a special Latin American dance, that is tango, Argentine tango. It's really very amazing thing. And this way, just side by side with my mime, I just teach dancing. And for performance, I do more performance mime, but I teach more in this type of dance, because in this world, this dance is something different. This is, you can say, a kind of social dance, a kind of dance sport, and there are so many versatile activities of such type of dancing. And most of the corporate people, high profile people, club party joiners, they come to learn from me. And there are some people who live in abroad, but they have come in vacation in India, and they see that they can learn here in cheap rate than in London or America. So they also take lesson from me. So this way, this class is also going on. Till now I am teaching, and I have my own studio in my house in the ground floor. I have made it for my practice and my teaching of mime and dance. So this way I just doing my dance also with this mime. Actually, I have also taught many people from many consulates here in Kolkata, and mostly they come to learn from me because they have many parties, and they join their many annual program. Like there are so many clubs like Tolly Club, Saturday Club, Calcutta Club. They also go there, and another club is Masonic Lodge, that is Freemason. They are mostly they come, and I also used to go there for performance and to take workshops. And KIWC is a organization, Kolkata International Women's Club. There most of the members are foreigners, because there are so many employees who work here from their country. They come here to work in their embassy or their, so they come to learn this thing because they have a society. So I also joined there, I also perform there. This way just I'm going to do this thing. And when I mixed Western ballet with my mime, I have done, or I have made so many stories like Ballet Meets Mime, one of those. Another is Imagination, a story of a prince, that I was influenced from a ballet dance choreography, but I just changed it in mime with ballet dance. Another was Shakespearean tragedy Othello, that scene Othello and Desdemona, how he killed his wife Desdemona. That was also a very impressive thing. with ballet dance. And there are some other contemporary mime I have done, like My Dream. That is also some contemporary mimetic movement with ballet also. So this way I introduced ballet with mime. And there is another phase of my creativity in mime, that is when I was doing such type of program in different style and different thought. Suddenly one day I got a call from Pandit Bikram Ghosh. He is famous for rhythm, any type of rhythmic music, that is zembe or tabla and so many hansonic and some other thing, and he is very much creative. So I did some mime performance with his live drum, and that is a very good experimental thing, and it's a very big achievement for me. And I think he is the most creative person in music world who dares to think about this, that something will happen with mime. And I performed, and I enjoyed to perform with him in so many places. And our first mime with drum, that was drum mime, he named it, because drum plus mime. And we performed in Pune Domru Festival in 2012 mostly, and it was a grand success. And after that I gave many shows with him. I also performed in Mirchi Jalsa Ghar, and there the music was composed by Pandit Bikram Ghosh, and the story was Vibhuti Bhushan Bandyopadhyay's Chander Pahar. It's really a good creation, and it's a mixture of mime and music, and it's really an amazing thing. So I like bird from my childhood, and in our garden there was a tree where a nest was there, and one day I watched some very small birds. They are just chirping for their mother. And so I was associated with bird from my childhood, and some other animals movements I always like to watch. I don't know why. But later, one day in our friend circle in this village area, one friend just shot a bird, and the bird fall from the tree. And it was really very much shocking for me when I saw the bird to die. And I don't know why I felt very bad that bird should not be shot this way. And later, it's after so many years, I composed a mime sketch, Bird and Hunter, and it was really for just to stay out from the violence. And so it was a very successful feature, Bird and Hunter. But the thing is that I watched the bird in my childhood, but in my subconscious mind it worked. I didn't know how it worked, and later I composed this feature. And later, after my show, there are so many artists, they also did such type of sketch, bird oriented, in different way. Maybe some of them copied me. So that's not a matter. But the thing is that I like that thing. And there are so many events or so many types of experience which I converted into my mime presentation later, because most of the time my mime stories are with the human life and the natures. So there is nothing about supernatural. However, so we liked this, we used to enjoy our maternal uncle's house, and this is actually Nadia district in the Bangladesh border. So that's why it was totally a village area. And when you came back to the town, we felt very sad because to lose that natural beauty, because we have to stay in the town, and we have to read and continue our studies and so many things. But from that point of view, When I came back from my village, I just started my own mime sketches. When I went to Delhi for a national scholarship interview, that time my father also went with me, and he took me to Delhi Doordarshan. Then let us see just if there is anything. And they saw my performance in rehearsal, and they gave me a chance. And watching my that performance, Bird and Hunter, they were surprised and asked me, he didn't get any award? Then we laughed, and my father told, no, he didn't get anything. So that was my first TV program, and from that time, I did so many TV programs. And first of all, I got the chance in afternoon transmission. There is an interview program of some celebrities like Bollywood actor, and as a filler, my mime was telecast there. And that time there was some interview of Iftikhar Saab in Bollywood. That is my first appearance in Delhi Doordarshan. And after that I came back to Kolkata. Then I again went to Kolkata Doordarshan, and that time they told, okay, we'll just give you some slot of 5 minutes. Okay, fine. And from that time I did so many Kolkata Doordarshan performance like Rongo Bango. It's a funny or a variety program. And after that Rongo Rosh, and so many other like Soni Basorio in Bengali. It is Saturday programs, and so many other programs. And I got a slot of 3 minutes before the news, prime time news, that was in 7 p.m. or 7:30, I cannot remember. So I used to do my performance in mime. And so this way I have done so many TV programs. That time the cable TV was not there, and after that cable TV launched, and so many private channels were introduced in the market. And I also did many TV programs this way. And later, just the latest thing is I went to India's Got Talent. They requested me for 5 or 6 years, and I told no, that is not the right place for me, because there's a variety program. But I went there and I performed there. That was also appreciated very much. But later I didn't go for any reality show because actually I am not habituated to do such type of thing in reality shows. I think my thing is something different. Though I am interested to do this, if that is in the proper way of my thinking, then I must do this. So I was doing my shows in different places, but I thought about the regular performance, like board show. What is this? This is actually just like group theatre or some other professional theatre. I tried to think about my board mime shows. So that's why in Kolkata, just like group theatre, every month I used to take auditorium in rent, and I sold tickets, and this way I gave my regular performance more than 12 years. And in Romindra Sadon, Madhusudan Moncho, Sishin Moncho and Girish Moncho, these 4 theatre auditoriums I used to take alternatively in rent, and I used to perform there. And my father was very much interested about this. When I was going to the show, or when I was taking my makeup in green room, he was in the ticket counter, how many tickets were sold there. So that is very amazing thing. And then and all this thing I used to present with my troupe. That time I have already formed a repertory. I started teaching mime in 1988 in a school that is affiliated in Bal Bhavan, that Johor Shishu Bhavan. And from there I got so many dedicated performers at that time, because nowadays youths are different and their thinking is different. They don't know how they will do anything or what to do. So this was my regular show, and I did that show, and TV coverage, press coverage, everything I had that time. And Doordarshan used to come, and the private channel started to come to take the clips for their news. and all these things I did. I think nowadays mime is very much essential for every actor. So if you want to make it a profession, in any profession you need hard labor. So just like that, I think mime needs also hard labor. And wherever you do any TV serial or any film, any type of visual acting, you must know about the gesture, your gesture, movement of the gestures, and facial expression, hands movement. So for that, mime is very much essential. And it is mime in Western thought, but we think this is Angika Vinaya. And mime has a great dedication, or it's a mime has a great contribution in Western dance also. Michael Jackson's, you have watched the moonwalk. Moonwalk actually, Marshall Marceau, the great mime artist, he taught Michael Jackson how to do moonwalk. It's very amazing thing. And I met Marshall Marceau in Kolkata, and I had an opportunity to attend his 3 days workshop, and I also watched his mime shows. It was amazing. But I think in Indian circumstances or in Indian social thinking, that mime is very rich and very, I think, high thought thing, which our public cannot enjoy properly. Most of the mime stories I have made, that is for social issue like illiteracy, environment pollution, war and peace. There are some social disorder, corruption, all these things. Just like Bird and the Hunter, that is war and peace. Another was the social thing, or the village life, the farmer I told. Another is thief and police, that is in a humor way, that is social fault, or there are some other problems like antisocial, there who are the responsible for this antisocial activities. Are the antisocials are made inborn, or some people make them? There is a question. Another was film shooting, that is the vulgarism in film, who is responsible for that? The director, the actor, actresses, or the spectators? That is the problem. That question I throw to the spectators. And another was Munshi Premchand's story Sadgati, which was filmed by late Satyajit Roy, the great film director. And that also I acted in a mime. And there is other things like the base of communal harmony. And so there are so many social issues, mostly they got the place in my mime shows. And my previous album was the classic mime, and another album was modern mime, and the first album was Ballet meets Mime. Actually, this is album because on this in those shows I just perform 8 or 9 stories per show, and this way I made a full-fledged mime shows. So that is the mime stories of my own script. There are something that I always try to give some lesson or keep some question to the spectator, that you will judge what to do, what should be done, and this way I perform my shows. There will be some speech and there will be some message to the common people. So nowadays I am doing a new album that is called Just for Fun. It's total humorous thing, and it's a you can say comedy, stand-up comedy, because nowadays people are very much involved with their own problems, and they have fully stressed with their day-to-day life. So just to give relief, I have made these things so that they can come and get a great entertainment, because nowadays they don't want to see the same problem or same sorrow in an auditorium. They come to enjoy. So that's why from that point of view I have thought about this type of mime presentation that is just for fun, and it's very enjoying, and mostly corporate shows, for the corporate shows and some other different type of variety cultural program I present this thing, and this is very much appreciated. Once I went to Andaman with my troupe, and EZCC, Eastern Zonal Cultural Center, they sent me there in Deep Mahotsav, and it was a great experience of shows because that time I was there for 15 days with my troops, and the last day we were the delegates of our former president, respected K.R. Narayanan. Dr. K.R. Narayanan was there, and he delivered speech. Actually, my dream is to be a world famous professional mime artist. So that's why I didn't try for any other thing. Like in India, government spends huge money for cultural programs or some artists, but there are many official works, rules and regulations. If you want to get those things, then you will become a teacher or good director or very big people. But my award is, I think, the applause of the spectators and the claps, and they are laughing, they are cheering, they are tears to see my performance. That is, it is my desirable thing. So I didn't work on that way to achieve any other things, any grants and other. But when I used to study in Rabindra Bharati University, I got national scholarship, and that I completed. And I have a future plan to make a mime school, but I don't know when I'll get time to do this. But it's a full desire of mine that I will open a mime school so that people can understand what is real mime and how to do this in proper way. Now, what I am till now, I have a great influence from my family. My parents always influenced me to do what I like, and my father was a good actor and director, and he used to run a film magazine when he was bachelor. And my mom, she is awesome for me, because when I was child, she used to go with me in my performance. So, and she herself also a guitarist, Hawaiian guitarist. So she always helped me in my work, always, and she is no more, but she is always with me, I think, and I feel it. And my father, I told you that he was a great actor, director, and he also wrote many drama script, and he used to make the drama shows with his own script. And my elder brother, he is a very good actor, and he also, when he was in Kolkata, he used to play with great Bengali film artists like Soumitra Chattopadhyay, late Tarun Kumar, late Robi Ghosh, and so many other great theatre artists, actors. And now he is in Mumbai film industry, and he is a great voice artist also. And my wife, she is a good singer, and she sings the classical thing, and she is a very good classical singer. And my elder brother's wife, she is a commercial artist and art director in Mumbai film industry now. So this is our family. Our world is something different, and I am very much satisfied to be like this. And I have a son, he is 8 years old now, and I don't force him to be the inhabitant of this world, but what he likes, I will always give him enthusiasm. It is my suggestion to all the performers of the world that you need to learn mime properly, because without mime, gesture is not perfect. So if you want to be a good performer, you should know how to do mime acting, and this is the ultimatum of any type of performance. Thank you.